Hello and welcome to Greetingstar. I'm so glad you could join me today. Hi guys, today I have some more Christmas cards for you, and I made these using this 6x6 paper pad by Echo Park. It's called The First Noel. It's new this year in 2021. It's by Lori Whitlock. You get 24 double-sided pages, and the first card here I also used some additional supplies. I used this die set from Spellbinders, Elegant Twist Squares, and the Tonic Studios Craft Perfect Pearlescent card. It's Autumn Maple. They're 6x6 sheets, and then I also used this die set from Hero Arts. It's the Infinity Rectangle Nesting dies, and I created that beautiful little frame. That paper does have kind of a real pretty sheen to it, and I like it. I did check over on Scrapbook.com today, and there are, I think, 7 left, so they are still available. I know for a while they were out of stock of that particular product, but they're back in stock now. Okay, so there's not many left. And then I'm just going to use some Tombow Mono here to adhere this beautiful little frame. And once I'm done with that, and I'll put that little square on, I mean, this is a beautiful card just like it is. You could leave it just like that. But I wanted to add some bling to the front of it, which you'll see in just a moment. Now this is a die that I used. It's also from Echo Park Paper Company, but it's from a different collection than the First Noel. This is the Away in a Manger collection, and I did put that up there on the screen for you to see. Now this is just some holographic washi tape. It's not really washi tape, it's just holographic foil tape, I guess you'd say. And I got that from the Dollar Tree, so I can't really link it for you down below. But I did use some holographic peel-off border stickers that you'll see in a moment, and those are from LovefromLizi. So you could use any kind of holographic paper that you have and just trim it down to fit behind that square. That actually might be easier if you have a piece of paper just to cut a square of it, because this is kind of a disaster here that I trying to get this tape under here and cut it down to the right size. But anyway, so here is the peel-off stickers that I said that I was going to use, and these are the number 2453, and this is LovefromLizi. Now, this product is from the UK, so if you order it, you may have to pay additional shipping and you know, import taxes or whatever, but I really love those borders, so I buy them anyway. All right, now this next card that I'm going to do, I use this die, and this is a die from, I think it's, what is it, Ellen Hudson? I'm not sure, but anyway, it's called the Dotted Borders die. Again, I'll link it down below. And then this sticker sheet comes from the 12x12 collection, the First Noel collection, but it's the 12x12, not the 6x6. So it comes in the whole collection, and I think you can also buy it separately, individually, like a la carte. So I just used that to cut that piece of paper there, the pattern paper, so that it would have that pretty little wave to it, and then that's gold vellum that you see between it. Now this is some white foam, and I'm just going to use that to put on the back of this piece here. Now you could use any one of these stickers that you like best, and I chose this red one. And I'm going to use, this is a gold Uniball Signo gel pen, and I'm using it just to add some dots all the way around it. I like that, and I think it's pretty. And then for the front of the card, I'm going to use my Sakura Glaze pen. This is has some ink in it that when it dries, it will dry clear, but kind of give a little bit of a shine to it, a little bit of a, you know, the light will catch it, and that makes it look kind of pretty. So I'm just going over some of these images on the front of the card with this Sakura Glaze pen. It's clear ink. And then I also decided to add some little dots to the angels' gowns here. There's only a few angels. If there were a lot of angels, then that might be too busy, but I liked it with just the few that were there. And then this is the green Sakura that I went over those lines in the leaves. And then I decided that I wanted to add some more gold sparkle. So what I did was I cut out a piece of just regular copy paper with that same die, and I'm using it to create a border here. And this is some Crystal Nuvo drops in bright gold. And I just, you know, drew a line of it on there with a bottle and then spread it with my finger. And I think that just adds a nice little touch for your Christmas cards. These little things that you can do to sort of step it up a little bit and make it a little bit a little more shiny, a little more glitzy. That's kind of nice for Christmas. So I always like to do stuff like that. So again, you don't have to, it's not necessary, but if that's something you enjoy doing, then go for it. So that's what I'm going to do here. And you could do a couple of layers too. I think I went back and did another layer to make it a little thicker, and then I just reattached that sheet there once it was dry. Now for the inside, I'm going to use some gold vellum again, but I'm going to use this paper punch here just to put some decorative edges on it. And I think that paper punch is from Tonic Studios. It's pretty old. I don't even know if it's available anymore, but you can find lots of different corner rounders that have different edges that you can put on your cards. And then I thought for the inside it would be neat just to put some of these elements from the outside of the card here in the front, I mean in the inside. And I like the word rejoice, so I'm going to add that too. It's a perfect time to rejoice because Jesus gave us the gift of salvation, and he sacrificed a lot to do so. So it's wonderful. Thank you, Jesus. All right, and then I'm using, these are also Hero Arts nesting dies. These are the squares, not the rectangles. And you can nest them together again to create 1/8 inch frames, which is what I'm going to do on this card. So I'm first going to cut out the square to place that piece that says "Let there be peace." So that's going to go on my card. And then I'm going to frame it with these nested dies here. So when you layer 2 of them together, you can create that little frame. And this paper here is the Cricut Pearl paper in the bold sampler pack. You get some other colors too, not just red and green. So that's kind of a nice little pack, and those are available, I believe, on Amazon. But I don't know how much longer they'll be available. I think when they're gone, they'll be gone. So I also used a die set that created that beautiful little poinsettia. That was from Spellbinders. And I'm just going to stick those two together. That die set is a layered die set, but I actually only used one die, and I just layered them together, even though it's meant for you to cut all 3 or 4 pieces and then layer them on top of each other to create a large poinsettia. I only wanted to create a little one for the corner of this image. So what I decided to do is cut out the same flower twice and then just put it one on top of the other, but turn one a little bit so that the leaves would fill the empty spaces. And so you'll see me doing that right here. I'm just going to adhere it together, but you can see how I turned it so that those empty spaces are filled. And that looks like a little poinsettia, I think, and it's really pretty. So that's a nice little touch that you can do, add different greenery and flowers and things like that to your cards. I think that always gives a little something extra special. And then I'm using the Crystal Nuvo drops to add those little dots in the center there of my poinsettia. And again, that piece on the inside came from the 6x6 paper pad. And I'm going back to my Sakura glaze pens and just adding some finishing touches and details to all of these little images here with the Sakura glaze pen. Now for the red ones, I'm just using clear, but for the green, I think I used a green Sakura. I'm not sure, but anyway, I have a whole collection of those Sakura glaze pens because I really do enjoy using them, especially like at Christmas. I don't use them throughout the year a lot, but at Christmas I always like to add this extra special touch. And this is a white Jelly Roll gel pen, and I'm going to add the little white dots to all my berries on my card to give it that look of like the light's hitting it and it's reflecting. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And then of course I like to use, in a minute you'll see me pull out my Wink. This is it right here. This is the Wink of Stella glitter brush pen. And you can see that the tip of it is an actual brush. But over there to the left, you see that gold one? That's also a Wink of Stella, but that's a pen, so it has a fine tip. It doesn't have a brush. And I use that on some other cards too, where I trace fine lines and details like those like fern things that you see on here. So that's a look at that card. Now for this card, I'm going to use that punch again that gives me those decorative borders on the corners of this piece, and I really like that. I think that's pretty. And then I'm just going to adhere it all together. Now for this one, you can see those words in the background, and it's a tone on tone, so it's a green on green, but that's also what I'm going to use, that gold pen that I mentioned to you a minute ago. I'm going to use that to trace those words. Now here I'm just adding some foam to the back of this to pop it up. And then these are some clear adhesive gemstones, rhinestones that I'm going to add to the corners here to kind of give this card, you know, another little layer of elegance for Christmas. So this is the Wink of Stella Gold Glitter pen. It doesn't have a brush tip, it has a very fine tip, so that way you can trace those fine images. And you probably can't see it very well, but it does give that glitter shine because these are the glitter pens. And then this is a green one, or maybe this is the clear one, and I'm just going over. That's kind of nice that they include a clear one in the set, because you can, if you don't have the matching color, you can just use clear, and I like that. So here's my glitter brush again. I'm going to go over the images and the words with this just to add that shine to the card. It adds such a beautiful shine. And then using the gold pen to add those little dots in the center of the flower. And then I don't know if I show it, guys, but do you see how the word Noel has some white dots in it that's supposed to look like snow? I just went ahead and took my white gel pen and added some, you know, went over it to make that snow kind of stand out. And then I also used my gold, this is the gold Wink of Stella that I'm tracing I'm going to trace the words and the little stars and stuff on this. But if you look on the tag, the first Noel tag that's there, I drew those lines that are all the way around it with my gold, my Uniball gold gel pen. And I used a ruler and just drew the 4 lines, and then I added the little circles at the end of each line that you can see there. Now I also had some square lines of, I guess, mirrored rhinestones that I put all the way around the card, and those I just picked up, I think, at a Dollar Tree or something. So I thought that was really neat. I think it's from Jollibee. I'll have to get the link and put it down below for you. So I hope you enjoyed watching today. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos, and hit that notification bell so you can always be notified of my videos. And have a wonderful day, and Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.